YouTube. Today I want to talk about Chromebooks and basically why I personally think they are the best laptops you can buy, period. I know that's a bold statement, but let me rephrase. If you do not game, like you don't play video games on your PC or on your computer, and you don't edit videos and photos, and you're not a software engineer, then there's no better choice for you in the laptop department than a Chromebook. There's only three things. The Chromebook is better than every laptop at everything besides those couple of things: video editing, photo editing, and gaming. Oh, and coding. So the reason why I say that is because longevity. If we're talking about longevity and the overall value of your money, this is the Chromebook Pixel 2013. It is now 2018, and this thing is still running like brand new. Windows computers, they slow down after a couple of years due to the degradation of the hardware. That doesn't happen to Chromebooks at all. Another thing is, a lot of people say that there's these things that you can't do on a Chromebook that you can do on a Windows computer. Yeah, that's true, but we just covered all of the things: gaming, coding, video editing, and photo editing. That's it. Everything else it does much better. Usually if you get a Chromebook, the battery life is better than any Windows laptop, MacBook laptop. They're impervious to viruses, meaning they can't get viruses at all because they don't save files the same way to the hard drive, the same way a Windows computer or a MacBook will. So you won't ever run into issues with it. It'll never slow down even after years and years of use. And there's just no better option for the average consumer. So when I say it's the best laptop you can get, what I mean is for the average consumer. There's no comparison. The average consumer does not game. Like, I have my Alienware Alpha over there. Okay, I have my Alienware Alpha over here for my gaming. I play Fallout 4, Skyrim, etc., etc. But I only ever pick that up when I'm gaming, I'm coding, or I'm editing videos. Most people don't do that. So, enough talking in circles. Let's cover some of the rumors and the misunderstandings about the Chromebook. Because even today in 2018, there's a lot of misunderstandings. So for one thing is it's just a browser. Let's get that out of the way right now, okay? It's hard to see when I'm recording. There we go. Here you have your file manager, okay? You have your file manager, everything you have saved offline. Here are my documents for school or work. This is pretty much the same thing on a Windows computer. It's not just a browser. Number two, the other rumor or the other myth is you can't use them offline. Well, to that I have to ask, what do you use your Windows computer or MacBook offline? What do you do offline on it other than game? And that's very few games, because most games are not offline playable anymore. In 2018, the industry's moving to the other direction of, always online. So even for video games. So the only thing you can do on a Windows computer and a MacBook offline is edit your documents, all of that other stuff. Well, you can actually do more on a Chromebook offline than you can do on a Windows computer, because you have the Gmail offline app. So you can even access your email offline on a Chromebook. Okay? Not even just that. You also have, if you go into your documents here, I have when I'm online, I'll create a document. Like, let's just say I create a Microsoft Word document or even a PowerPoint, right? Or, I use the Google versions of those things. So I use Slides and Docs. But if I want to go and look at here, I'm offline, okay? Now watch this. Look at this. This is an offline file. This is a song that I've been writing with me and my buddies, but I can edit it. I'm offline right now. Let's see here. Offline, not on the internet, and I can go ahead and edit it. So all changes saved offline. So if I were to go back on the internet now, and I connect to the Wi-Fi, it's going to automatically sync whatever I edited offline online. So it's going to connect to the internet and then sync all the changes I made to the document as soon as it gets back online. So that's not true. You can do pretty much everything you can do on a Windows computer besides those couple of things. Now, most Chromebooks don't have good build quality unless you go with the Pixelbook or the Chromebook Pixel. Now, that's another thing for another time. So it all comes down to the average consumer. Some average consumers, they want to spend a little bit more. They care about build quality. But other average consumers, they don't. And for the average consumer, they want to save money. They don't want to spend $1,000 on something they're usually just going to use it to access the internet. Now, here's another thing. I hear a lot of people say, how do you justify $1,000 Chromebook, blah, 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 blah. Well, how do you justify an iPhone X? An iPhone X, $1,000. The screen is probably like this big compared to the Chromebook's screen. And it doesn't do, actually, in fact, you can't even access the file system on an iPhone. So it does less than a Chromebook can. And you have no keyboard. You don't have a big screen, you don't have a keyboard, you don't have huge speakers. So you're spending $1,000. How do you justify $1,000 iPhone or Galaxy, which is, by the way, what I'm using to record this on right now, the Galaxy S8 Plus? How do you justify spending that kind of money on a phone but not a Chromebook when they essentially do the same thing? There's nothing that you can do on a Chromebook on a phone that you can't do on a Chromebook. You see what I'm saying? So it just seems like it's not a fair argument to be made that, oh yeah, well, it's iPhone, or, well, yeah, it's a Galaxy S8 Plus, or the Note, it's $1,000, so what? Like, no one turns their heads when they're thinking of that, but the moment a Chromebook's involved, even though it does everything that the phone can do, all of a sudden we have a problem. Like, I just don't understand the concept of that. Now, if you are somebody who games, edits photos, edits videos a lot, or you're a software engineer like myself, you probably want a Windows computer for your daily driver. That's probably going to be the first thing you go out and buy. But I still have the Chromebook because it's convenient. The Chromebook is much more convenient for just day-to-day tasks. I don't want to have to turn on my Windows PC when I'm just going to do something simple that's just average, like browse the net, edit my documents, send emails, that sort of productivity stuff. It's just a hassle to whip out my Windows computer for that. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. See if you disagree. I want to see what your guys' thoughts are. Leave it in the comments. So yeah, I honestly want to know what you guys think about the points I'm making here. because I don't see anybody else making these points anywhere else on the internet. So, yeah.